Welcome to Beyond Fiction. There are some names in television history that don't just belong to characters, they belong to us. This week, America lost one of those names. George Wendt, the man who gave us Norm Peterson from Cheers, has passed away at the age of 76. His family confirmed that he died peacefully in his sleep at his Los Angeles home on May 20th, 2025. A date that, by heartbreaking coincidence, also marks the anniversary of the Cheers series finale in 1993. For fans who grew up with Norm's warm, witty presence at the bar, it feels like the final toast has truly been made. George Wendt wasn't just an actor. He was a fixture in American culture. For 11 years and 275 episodes, he played Norm, the beloved barfly on Cheers, a role that earned him 6 consecutive Emmy nominations. Norm wasn't just a character. He was comfort, he was loyalty, he was laughter. You could walk into any bar in America and someone would still echo that familiar greeting. Norm. But Wendt's legacy goes far beyond a single stool in a Boston pub. Born in Chicago in 1948, George was drawn to performance from a young age. He studied at Rockhurst College and the Jesuit-run Rockhurst University in Missouri, eventually finding his way into Chicago's famed Second City Improv Group, a launching pad for many comedy legends. It was there he met his wife, Bernadette Burkett, who would become both a creative partner and the love of his life. She even voiced Norm's unseen wife, Vera, on Cheers. Over the years, George made appearances in Saturday Night Live, Frasier, The Simpsons, and films like Fletch, Forever Young, and Gung Ho. He also brought his comedic charm to Broadway, where he played Edna Turnblad in Hairspray, winning over audiences once again. And yet, despite the fame, George Wendt was known for something increasingly rare in Hollywood: humility. Ted Danson, his Cheers co-star, said upon hearing the news, "I am devastated. I loved George dearly. His passing is a gut punch." Rhea Perlman described him as the sweetest, kindest man I ever met. John Ratzenberger, who sat beside him for more than a decade on the Cheers set, called him a man of subtle brilliance. It's hard to overstate just how much of an impact George Wendt made on American television. In Cheers, a show filled with unforgettable characters, Norm was the one who always made the room feel full. He didn't need elaborate story arcs or dramatic entrances. Just a look, a line, a moment, and suddenly you felt at home. His death has left a quiet space where laughter used to live. And yet, through countless reruns, through memories shared between friends and strangers alike, that laughter doesn't fade. It echoes. George Wendt is survived by his wife Bernadette, their 3 children, and his nephew, actor Jason Sudeikis, who once credited George as one of his earliest inspirations in comedy. Tonight, we remember a man who didn't chase the spotlight. He simply walked into the room and made it warmer. The man who reminded us that sometimes the most profound thing a character can say is exactly what Norm did. Just be there. So here's to George Wendt, to Norm, the man who made barstools sacred and friendships eternal. Thank you for staying with us. Sometimes the loss of someone you never met can still feel deeply personal. That's the power of stories and the people who tell them. If this tribute meant something to you, consider subscribing. We're doing our best to turn scrolling into something meaningful.